Right. We're recording.
Good morning, everyone. Oh my gosh. Everybody had a great holiday.
All right, let's see. So, we want to go over a couple of things. Obviously, for one, thank you for coming on this Saturday morning. Some of you, it's crazy early for me. It's only 10:40. So, thank you to those of you that woke up and got on your Zoom. I'm still drinking coffee, but still. And also, we're really excited for you guys because as you guys know, we've been in the works with this since December when we started to Get the More You're Looking For. And we had no idea that we'd have this incredible recruiting incentive this month. So this is like the perfect time to do this. We're really excited. So if you are able, if you can't come out of mute, that's fine. You can put it in the chat. But we want to know why you are here and what you want to get out of this program. Now, if it's to just get more bookings each month, if it's to bring your party sales average up, if it's because you want to promote to a team leader or a senior consultant or a director, or you just want all of the things, regardless of what it is, we want to know. Why are you here and what do you want to get out of this? I'm going to keep an eye on.
We could start calling on people. Okay,
I was
Stephanie.
gonna say,
Stephanie said to get more bookings, get party sales up, and to promote. So all of the things.
All of the things.
that's me. I have on Jenny's page. I put I want at least 3 to 4 team members. I want to get my parties up because I work way too many hours and I need to stop doing it.
Rose, you're just.
I'm working now.
I know.
So, anyways, I have to mute myself because he doesn't like me talking because he likes quiet. So, I'll be typing anything else.
Jennifer says she wants the same bookings, party sales up, promote. Who else?
I'm here because this is embarrassing, but I am not awesome at follow through. So I find that if I stay engaged as much as possible, then it helps me to stay focused on the goals that I have, if that makes sense.
Totally. We're going to go over stuff like that because I don't know about you guys, but there's been times when I've reached out to somebody to ask them if they wanted to book a party and they already agreed and I never responded, set it up. Follow throughs can get rough sometimes. So we're going to help you with systems and things like that.
Mm-hmm. Anyone else? I'm here for all of the above and the conversations. Oh my gosh, Tiffany.
Yes.
You and I are right here. Like, yes, I want all of the things, but these are my people. And oh my gosh, I'm in everything that I can. And I know that you are right there with me most of the time. And it's like, I just want to be in a Pampered Chef bubble because it's such a great little world.
I have found the people that show up to the meetings and trainings tend to be the most successful consultants because they're taking so much in. I can watch the same person do the same training on the same subject 30 times and still learn something new. And I just feel like there's something powerful about being on live. And it stinks when you can't be. Life is crazy. You can't be. But to at least watch the recordings and like take the minutes out of your day to catch up on stuff, even if it's just replaying in your car while you're driving, being a part of that kind of thing can really help.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's what I meant when I said follow through. I wasn't talking about with customers. I was like talking about business overall.
Okay.
Like to keep my drive, like I have to be engaged with y'all.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Julie says meet new friends. Definitely. All right. Well, so Bonnie, do you want to talk about what is required and how this program is going to work?
Okay. So I know that there are so many training levels out there, right? Your national execs are probably doing trainings. Your execs are doing trainings. And then here we are as advanced leaders doing trainings as well. You have so many options of information out there. So it's awesome that you are here with us at our small team in our core, right? And we're really like just trying to do the thing from the ground up. If you follow any of the trainings, something that Anne Marie, Mackenzie, and Chelsea and I have found is the requirements get more stringent when the levels get higher, right? You might have to reach out to 100 people and prove it to your director to get into one training, or you might have to have 10, 15, 20 bookings to get into another training. We didn't want that to be where we're at. So yes, there are requirements, but they are very, very obtainable. And if you struggle with any of them, reach out to any of the four of us and we can help you, because we want you to be here. And the only reason that we're setting requirements is to push your goals. So I hope that you guys know that. The requirements are going to be Wednesday night calls and so Wednesday night
So
calls.
we're not going to do that.
Yeah. So we are not putting a booking requirement on this first.
We wanted to, but we
talked about it.
Did.
Yes. Everyone has different goals, and everyone should be able to reach out to their director or their upline and know where they want to be with their parties to reach those goals. So if you have not done that this year, in the past 48 hours or before the new year, reach out to somebody and get those goals in place. They're not going to be a requirement for this next month of training. So your requirement is, in the next 72 hours, you either show up live on the Wednesday night call or you watch it before the Saturday morning call. That's the requirement. The Saturday morning calls are not recorded. They are power hours. Now, what those are is it's going to be kind of 30 minutes of us talking about overcoming objections or maybe some systems you can put into place. And then we're just going to work together as a team working towards a same goal, whether it's booking, recruiting, you need to put some systems into place, things like that. So Saturdays are really for you. Wednesdays are going to be the education, the training. And so we really want to make sure that you guys follow up on watching those. There will be a code word with a Google Doc that needs to be reported up to the director before the Saturday call. Life happens, right? So don't allow your anxiety to take over. If something happens and you can't watch the call, reach out to your director and talk to them and figure out what you need to do. Don't just ghost us. Don't just step back and say, well, never mind. I guess I just wasn't good enough to be in it, because I have had that happen with me personally in training, and I don't want that to happen here.
I don't want you to think I'm ignoring you, but I have somebody asking me for the link to join right now. So I'm trying to get the information to have them sign up.
Seriously.
Yay!
Well, I will jump into the next section then, Anne Marie. You just go recruit your person.
It'll take me 2 seconds.
Yes. Well, that leads into the next section. So this is technically the welcome call. We are going to go over what we have to do in Pampered Chef in order to do all of these things, in order to meet people, in order to promote, in order to get parties up, in order to get sales up. It comes down to 3 things, right? Everybody knows them. Nobody loves them. Book, sell, recruit, right? That's really the core of what we have to do here. We have to book parties. And in order to book parties, in order to get sales, we have to book parties. And then in order to allow the opportunity to change other people's lives, we have to share that. We hate the word recruiting. I actually changed it to consultant offer whenever I was talking to everybody, like, hey, we've got a new recruiting special. No, we have a new consultant offer. So, in order to move forward, book, sell, recruit. So if you don't have the party schedule that you want for January, let's make that a goal to keep moving forward, even though we're not in a booking blitz right now. Which kind of moves into the next thing. This special Pretty good, right? Is everybody excited about it?
Oh, Tiffany just asked Wednesday, every Wednesday for the month and what time? Did you answer that?
Nope. Okay, so Saturday calls are at 7:30, just like the one that you're on right now. Wednesday calls are at
Oh, Pacific. We got every time zone here.
right 7:30 Pacific, 10 Central, 9:30 Central, 10:30 Eastern.
And
There we go.
those are not recorded. Those are power hour working hours. So if you're not on, you're not in it. It's not recorded. The Wednesday calls, those are 5, 7, and 9, right?
Mhm.
5 Pacific, 7 Central, 9 Eastern. Those are the recorded calls where you have to listen for the code word. I'm creating the Google form now for you guys you don't need to message us and tell us you saw it and got the code word. You just fill out the form, put your code word in there, and we'll see that you've watched the replay. Which the calls are Wednesday. You have till, what is it, Saturday?
Till the Saturday.
To watch the replay and put the code word in.
Yep. If it's 5 Pacific, it's 8 Eastern. Yeah, time zones kill me. And it's add 3 hours. Like, how difficult is that? Now, yes, 5 Pacific,
5, 7, 8.
7 Central, 8 Eastern.
Yes.
Does everybody got that? It's also in the group description.
Yes. And we can make an announcement post in our group that has the days, times, the Google form link to put your code word, and the Zoom link each week. So it'll all be in an announcement post. So if everybody's posting and stuff, because we want to see you guys posting, then you can still find it by going to the announcement. Like if you book a party, hop on there and be like, oh my God, I booked a party. I signed somebody up. Or you have questions, you need help, post in that group, because if you're wondering something, I guarantee you somebody else is wondering too. So you're helping other people out by posting on there too.
Or if something's really working for you.
Yeah. Exactly.
Anne-Marie, do you want to go into the second, the goal setting and
Yes.
your why and all of the things?
Goal setting. We want you guys, I want you to have a big, hairy, scary goal. Okay. All of us advanced directors that are doing this, we have the most ridiculously scary goal. We all share the same insane goal. All of us are advanced directors. Our next promotion would be senior director, and we're all saying this is going to be our senior skip year, and we want exec, and we want a trip to Croatia, and we're all insane, but your goals are supposed to scare you. So if you're sitting here thinking, well, I'm only a consultant, how can I just promote to director? Let me just start with my senior consultant. If you want director, you want director. And this month alone, it's possible for $20. That's a lunch right there. So whatever your big, hairy, scary goal is, whether it's down the road or now, if it's something you want, we want to know what it is, and we want you to tell us your timestamp for it. I want director by this date. I want senior consultant by this date. I want to just have this many bookings by this date. We always think about our month goals. Everybody always thinks about month goals, right? It's always, well, I want to sell 2,000 this month. Break it down to weekly goals. This is a weekly business. You don't work once a month, you work weekly. We do parties weekly. So think, okay, I want to sell the X amount of dollars each week. And that will get you that monthly goal. But if you're saying to yourself, okay, I need $500 in sales a week, right? You're not going to book one party a week because you're not going to guarantee you're going to get $500 that week, because pop, drop, flop, right? One party can pop, one can drop, and one can flop and have no sales at all. So if you're saying, okay, well, I want $500 in sales, book at least 4 parties, because you could have 2 that drop and flop, and 2 could be one good one and one great one. And you can at least get to that 500 with 4 parties. So think about your weekly goals. I want X amount of sales and X amount of bookings, or I want X amount of sales a week. So I need this many bookings. So if you're saying, okay, well, I want 4 bookings a week. you can't reach out to 10 people and assume you're going to get 4 bookings, because 1 in every 10 people average says yes. So start with your weekly sales goal, figure out how many bookings you're going to need to get that, and however many bookings you want for that week. Think about, okay, then I need to contact this many people to try to get this many bookings. Yes, Jennifer, 4 members, at least 4 parties, and advanced director.
I have to jump on. I have been talking to Jennifer for the past 48 hours in being very intentional and putting out what she wants. And so for her to say that she wants director and to have it by the end of the month is massive progress in just her stepping forward with her business. So I'm super proud of you.
Yes. And that's what we want. Like, I have sticky notes all over that's like, I will be green by 15 every month. I will hit my director status every month. I will earn this. I will go on this trip. I will do this, because you have to put it out there. You say it's not going to happen, then it's not going to happen. And I used to think that was the dumbest thing ever until I started trying it, and it works. So yeah, your goals, think about your weekly goals. And there was something else I wanted to say about that. Now I can't remember. Your weekly goals. Julie. End of January. Yeah. Look at you guys. And it's totally possible with this kit too.
How many people want director by the end of the month? 1. He's got 2 hands up. Nice.
4.
That's awesome.
Yes. And it's so possible. Carolyn's not on here right now, but she says she wants it by February. So that's technically on the same. And you guys don't, like, think of it this way. They talk about the every 4 add 1 more, right? For every 4 parties, you should have a new team member. I hate the word recruit. I hate it. You should have a new team member. If you are getting enough bookings, you're putting yourself in front of enough people to get more sales and more team members, right? So the ultimate goal, whether you want to grow or just have more sales, your goal is always going to be more bookings. The more bookings, the more you boost your business. Yes.
Well, and it's the more people that you meet.
Right.
So
like you're putting yourself in front of so many more people.
I signed somebody last night that has been a customer of mine for over a year. She was in one of my very first parties. I don't know her in real life. We've become friends as we've followed each other's lives over the past year. She reached out to me before New Year's Eve and said, I need what you have. Sign me up. She signed up yesterday morning, right when the Kit Special came out. So you never know who's getting put in front of you. But you can't change lives if you're just looking down, right? If you're just keeping your circle. Right. You for sure can't do that. And the gal who signed up in my team is actually friends with somebody that had previously signed up in my team, and it lit a fire in her. She's like, oh, she's doing it too? So now they're working together. And this person, again, with prejudging, this person signed up 5 months ago and has told me, like, I don't really think this is for me. Well, now she's got a friend and they're working towards the same goals. So you just never know, like, how everything's going to shake out.
Chelsea's coming on. Her alarm didn't go off. Poor thing.
I set an alarm and the baby woke up. So I was like, of course, like.
Okay, there was one other thing I wanted to say and I can't remember what it was about goal setting. If you don't have a vision board, make one on paper to hang up, on Canva, on Paint. I don't care what it is. And by the end of today, I want you guys to post it in our group and we'll post ours. I want to see your vision boards. And just remember, it's not just about Paper Chef either. My vision board has my kids' pictures on it. My vision board, my goal is to have, more TJ and Marie time. My husband and I don't do anything together because everybody lives 700 miles away. So we have nobody to watch our kids. So even if it's a weekly at-home date, no Pampered Chef, no phones, just me and my husband, that is on my vision board. So like, I don't care what it is. I want to see it. Yes, Stephanie, I love that you have a pool on yours because you know what? I'm gonna hold you to that. You're getting that pool, and I'm gonna keep reminding you that you're getting your pool because it's gonna happen. And
then when you come visit, you have to come and swim.
Oh, I
with the
will.
kids.
All
Okay.
all of the children will be in your new pool. And make your lead list, right? You've got to have yourself a lead list. So my lead list is a hot, warm, cold list. And I have hot people that I'm like, they want to join, they don't have the money. Those are the people I'm going to reach out to the first thing this month. And then you've got your warm people who are like on and off. They want it, but they have their excuses. There is Stephanie who kept putting me off and putting me off and putting me off and regrets it now. And then there's your cold list, the people that have mentioned about being interested and then ghost you, or they respond every now and then, or they think about it, but they're not 100%. Don't just assume, okay, I'm done with them. Keep it in front of their face. Don't harass them. Don't drive them crazy, but keep them out there so you know you've got your list and reach back out to them. I created a little thingy for it that I can share with you guys. I got stuff everywhere, but I have a lead list with and I check off when they earn a Kit credit, because guess what? If somebody has a Kit credit right now, they're joining for free this month. So if you have anybody who's ever used a Kit credit, they're signing up for free this month. There's literally no risk.
Yes.
Google
And
Form.
I have been searching. There is no report to pull Kit credits, which is ridiculous.
Nope.
Ridiculous. So
Which
you
is
actually need to go through your parties and look at the host orders and see who pulled Kit credits. I also have taken to I think it's so funny because this past 30 to 45 days, I have switched into these people that when I first joined, I'm like, really, you found your new best friends in Pampered Chef and you don't know them? That's cool. Yeah, I did. And the people that sleep with notebooks next to their bed, I have my lead list next to my bed at night, because when I'm scrolling through Facebook and I'm like, oh, well, it's 11 o'clock Pacific time. So I know for a fact recruiting messages probably not ideal right now, but I know that I'll forget. So I write it down. I'm also going to go live in our page on how to pull your friends list, thanks to Anne-Marie, and to put it into a Google Sheet so that it's trackable. You guys, I hit a brick wall with green dotting, and I was like, everybody that's on my green dot list, I have messaged before. This is not working. I don't want to keep messaging the same people. Everybody's head's nodding. Guess what? Facebook algorithms, y'all. Everybody that's on that green dot list are people that you interact with on a normal basis. I had over 600 friends and I had 40 people on that list that I just talked to. That's how Facebook works. When you print your friends list, I went through and did my first 30 in A's. I had messaged one of those people beforehand. So
It's
we're going to print the
shocking.
friends list. We're going to put this in. Yeah, it's crazy because Facebook doesn't show you. Now that I've messaged those people, I'm starting to see things and I'm starting to build a relationship back up with them. So even if they ignore me, now I'm on their posts.
And they'll see
Not
you.
stalker who I-
Even if
right.
you
And
don't
they'll start
print.
seeing stuff. Yeah.
So
So
what I would do before I knew you can print it is I would go to my profile and click friends, and I'd scroll because the first couple hundred people are the people that you see all the time on Facebook, and you just scroll until you get all the way to the bottom and you're like, who's that? How are we friends? Or I haven't talked to that person forever. I didn't even know I had them on Facebook. And then all of a sudden you're finding these people. I have somebody on my team. I swore I asked her about hosting a party. I swore she told me no. I can guarantee this chick told me no. I know she did. So I was like, whatever. What's it going to hurt? I need bookings. I reached out to her. I had never messaged her before. And I was so sure I had already asked her and she said no. And I sent her a message. She not only hosted, but she turned it into her launch and she joined. That wouldn't have happened had I not gone to the bottom of my friends list and looked at all these people. I forgot even how I knew this chick. So don't stress about the green dotting and only seeing the green dots, because those are not always your people.
and authenticity. I think that there's a really, really great opportunity for you guys to set yourselves apart from everybody else. All of the companies are doing specials. Okay, this is not just a Pampered Chef thing. January is a huge special month for all of the companies. And I don't know about your friends list, but I've had more people sign up for at-home companies this year than I've ever seen in my life. People that have said very clearly that they will never do one. Now they're doing one because
That was me.
it's 2020 because it's weird. But here's a chance for you to set yourself apart. Take 2 seconds and jump on that person's profile. Look at their kids. Look and see what has happened with them, at least like even in the past 3 or 4 posts.
Oh, they posted a picture of food the other day. Like,
Right. Maybe like it so that you all of a sudden kind of are coming up, and then shoot them a personal message. Copy and paste. We all do it. We all do the booking blitz. We all do the copy and paste this to everybody that you can. If you really want your team to grow in an exponential way, make it personal. Are you asking this person to join because you saw their post of them saying, man, 2020 was the crappiest year. I am so emotionally isolated. I am so depressed. That's why you can offer them Pampered Chef. Or did you see where, they were saying something on Christmas where they wished that they could have gotten this, but they just wasn't in the cards, or their husband was laid off or whatever. How literally will Pampered Chef change their life? And use that. Now you can have 5 or 6 different very broad scripts that are really independent to you. And that's what's gonna work because it's authentic, right? You're not just trying to get the numbers. You're trying to offer what you have found.
also try your best. And it took me 2.5 years not to word vomit. We get so excited. I want you to know about all the freebies. I want to let you know about vacations. I want to let you know about the team. I want to let you know about and then next thing you know, they're like, oh my, okay, something's wrong with her. I gotta go. Jennifer understands. She's me. I'm like, I had a lead list of 45 people. And let me just tell you, nobody signed up because I was vomiting all over their computer screen with excitement. And it probably sounded fake, but I was so sincere. You want to create the desire. You want them to ask you questions. You have to say to them, like, I'm talking to this chick. Somebody said to me, hey, I have a friend who wants some Pampered or is interested in some Pampered Chef. Can you help her? I said, of course. I thought she wanted to buy. The lady messages me and she goes, I need a side job. And I was like, well, what? That's not what, okay, I got you. And I really wanted to message her and be like, I'm so excited. It's $20 this month. That's it. You can earn cutlery and cookware for free. Plus you can get the blender. And instead I was like, and it took everything in me to compose myself and stare at my phone for a few minutes. And I was like, I'm so excited that you reached out because it's usually $99 and right now it's $20.21. Do you have any questions or any concerns? And then I put my phone away and I walked away because I just wanted to keep vomiting all over my phone. And she's like, can you do this all online? I said, absolutely. I do it completely online. I've got 3 kids and a 4-month-old. I don't have time to go anywhere else. And she said, how much is it going to cost me besides $20? And I just said, you get it, your personal website for free for 3 months. And after that, it's a 6-month or 1-year subscription. It's about $10 a month. No other paying after that. We can talk on the phone and go over details. She said, okay, send me the link. And I was like, oh, what? Because I didn't scare her away by telling her all of the things. And if somebody did that to me back when I was anti-direct sales before I joined, I would have said, okay, you're just trying to get me on your team and you're being too intense. Never mind. So you have to like kind of teach yourself not to word vomit. And it goes for recruiting, but it also goes for booking. If you look at your phone and you have to scroll to read your message, it's too long. Nobody's going to read it. Keep it a couple sentences and always end it with a question that they don't respond yes or no. How does that sound? What do you think? Those are how you should end it. Because if you end it in something like, I'm so excited, blah, 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 and just to like end the sentence, they don't have to respond to you. They don't feel compelled. But if you're ending it with a question, they feel like they need to respond. And if you say something like, do you want to, or anything like that, they can easily just go, nope. And you're like, oh, well, darn. But if they have to respond with a, what do you think? Well, I think that's a great idea, but I'm just too busy. Now you're getting an objection out of them and you can work with it. So keep that in mind when you're recruiting or booking. Cut it short, no more than like 3 sentences, and end with a question that they have to fully respond to you with. we want to do, I don't know if you talked about this when I was zoned into this lady. We want to do a recruiting blitz with you guys this week. So no, okay. So we're gonna do a recruiting blitz with you guys this week. We did our booking blitz, right? Last month. You guys got your January calendar. It might not be fully what you want yet, but we're gonna help you get more. So we're gonna do it from today. It's gonna start today until, what do we say? The 9th? What's the dates here? The 9th. Saturday the 9th. So
Yeah, we'll end next Saturday.
yeah, so Saturday to Saturday. And like Bonnie said, you can have your like base script and just kind of tweak it up, make it totally your own. So we can give you like a little bit, because sometimes you look at the screen and you're like, I have no clue what to say and you panic. But be authentic. So we're gonna give you a little bit of what you could say. And your goal, you got to think about every 4 add 1 more. And even if your goal is not to have 4 parties a week, you have 4 parties a month, that's 1 team member for the month, right? So think every 4, every 1. There's at least one, I hate this word, recruit at every party, but is there a recruiter? Sharon Zone said that to me when I first joined. Now she's like incredible, like she is. When I went to Pampered Chef Conference and I was in the airport and everybody asked me who my upline exec was, and when I said Sharon Zone, they screamed, "That's like meeting Mickey Mouse at Disney World." People were screaming. Like, she's incredible for a reason. If there is not a recruiter at every party, there's not going to be a recruit. So just know, whether it's the host or the guest, you should ask your host at least 5 times, which I never used to do because it sounded pushy, but you should be asking before you even start the party. Your first ask should be right off the bat. It's in my host coaching that I just copy and paste to them. Hey, we're going to get your party started off tomorrow, but what are your thoughts on earning the host rewards and the commission? What do you think about that? And then I get a no, almost always, right? They're not going to be like, oh yeah, sure. Almost always it's a no. That's fine. I'm so excited to help you get tons of freebies. And then you move on. And then you're like, do you see how excited your friends are? They are loving Pampered Chef. But be authentic. If they're not all excited and they're not commenting, don't say that. Don't be like, oh my God, it's so engaging. And there's nobody commenting. You don't want to be that person. Compliment how they're doing in their party, right? You are killing it. You are copying it. You're doing everything I'm telling you to, and you are going to get so many rewards. I'm so excited. Are you sure you don't want to do this? Because your friends are loving Pampered Chef just as much as I do. Are you sure? Because I'd rather you make the money than me. And you're not really putting out a full join me. It's just another putting in back of their mind, right? And the party goes on. They earn the kit credit. I am so excited to tell you, you just got a kit credit. You can join for nothing. There's literally no risk, nothing to lose, everything to gain. This kit credit just links to your email. You don't spend a dime. Would you like me to just add it to your cart? That's it. Let it go. And then you're going to ask again before you close. I hate to leave money on the table. Are you sure your party did this? You would have made this much money off this party. Are you sure you don't want to just take all the bookings we got and have to start off your business? Right? And if they still say no, they still say no. But out of all those times, you're at least going to get an objection. And an objection is better than no response, because an objection you can work with. So that's how you're going to be asking your hosts. But you are also going to think about your guests. There's going to be people in your party that are thinking, I can actually do this. And think about the people that want a blender, because they can get it for free this month. So keep them on your sites. Make your lead list. Make your list of who you want to reach out to. Chelsea made a good point. Think of who you want to travel with. If you have a close friend that you're like, I'd love to go to Puerto Rico with you. I'd have so much fun if we got to travel together.
As adults, you don't do trips like that anymore. Girls trip, that doesn't happen. Guess what?
Right.
With Pampered Chef, it does in Chicago in July.
Yep. So make yourself a list. And if you need help, remember, screenshots are your best friend. You can either send them to your advanced directors, us, or post your screenshots in our group page. And everybody can put their input on how to respond, because you're going to hear from so many different people. You might not like what I say. You might not like what Bonnie says, but you're like, Jennifer's got it. She's good. Maybe I should listen to what Jennifer said. So throw your screenshots on there, and we'll put up like how the recruiting blitz is going to go. I think we all said that we're going to try to give you guys recruiting tips and stuff on the page too. I think we're going to each like go live and help you guys out, but are we going to do it the same way as the booking blitz? Whoever gets the most reach outs wins, and whoever gets the most recruits wins.
Yes, because it's all about the reach outs.
Yeah.
So if
Will you talk
you
to
reach out
or-
to everybody and you are having problems closing, that's fine. We can help with that, but it's the people that just don't reach out at all, right? That you can't fix that very well. So
If you don't ask, it's always going to be a no.
I had to tell my 11-year-old daughter that. That's a lesson we're learning right now.
Jenny, did you have something that you were wanting to say?
Oh, I just wanted to ask in the previous conversation, the previous topic about, the words that you use to reach out. Have you guys ever used voice clips instead, or what are your thoughts on that instead of words?
Voice clips are great because if they hear the excitement in your voice, you're less salesy and just type in, copy paste, and they can hear your excitement and it gets them more excited. Sometimes I go do a voice clip to my hosts and just be like, oh my God, did you see how much free stuff you've already earned? And it gets them more amped up. So that's good too. Instead of sending the message, the first ask of, do you want to turn this into a launch? Saying that in a voice clip, you're so much more authentic and they're going to be so much more excited. And plus they get to hear your voice. Most of the time you don't know your host. So it's nice for them to have a voice behind the face.
Mm-hmm. I do that with people that I don't want to reach out to, because the people I don't want to reach out to are the people I know in real life. So them hearing my voice makes it more personal and it makes me feel less salesy to the people that I know.
Right.
I don't have a problem reaching out to somebody that I don't know, like zero problem at all. But when I go through my friends list and I'm like, boy, I haven't talked to that person in a while and I really don't want to message them. So I do, because that's your first clue that you probably should. And then, yeah, you can use a voice clip, or you can even start it off with just like, hey, what's going on? And then use a voice clip. Move it forward.
What I also like about voice clips, and I didn't like this for a long time, is my kids are always up my butt and they hear that. So they're like, they've got all of a sudden, I'm like, and blah, 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 blah. And you got Savannah, I need a pink jelly. And Kira's over here, I'm bored, she's breathing, blah, blah, blah. And they're like annoying. And they hear my kids being annoying and bothering me. And they hear that I'm trying to work with a kid bugging me. And they're like, oh, because most of the time they see us and they're like, oh, well, I don't have free time. So of course I couldn't do that business. I don't have free time either. I'm a mom. I got 3 kids up my butt. Just because I work from home now and I was able to quit my job to do Pampered Chef doesn't mean that I have all the time for Pampered Chef. I'm still busy. So they hear my annoying kids and they hear me hyperventilating because I'm just walked up a flight of stairs and I can't breathe. And they're like, oh, she's busy too. She's a real person. If she can do this with her kids bugging you or bugging her, maybe I can do it too.
Tiffany got, yeah, I'll get into that. Tiffany got a message, and I think that with the people that are on here, I think that there would be a really great response here. Somebody is confirming that it is a great deal. Girl Scout cookie season, right? We've already seen that. She doesn't think she could get that much in sales. Did you tell her that she needed $12.50 in sales to get a free cooking blender? Word vomit. Right? That shouldn't have been there. And you're like, well, too late now. Anne-Marie didn't talk fast enough. So now she's scared, right? So for me personally, what I would say, most people have already ordered already. That is.
She's a host right now.
She was a host, and it was a killer party. It was really good. And she is one of those that was like on it, like every post, she was tagging people. She'd be perfect. And I tried before, and now that's why I tried the other incentive, like we were talking about last night, show them everything they could get for the month. Well, that's what I just got. So that's why I was kind of like, what else do I say now? I've tried twice.
She seems like she's a really, really functional systems person. She
Yes.
responds really well to the host coaching. You can share with her that, you know what, I don't think that I could be as successful if I didn't have the systems or the training from my leaders or the support that we get, but they really do make it easy. Or the systems that I have in place, you, Tiffany, really does just make it easy. And I spend an average of blah, blah, blah per day, per party, per whatever. I always tell people, because this is true, that I spend an average of 10 minutes after I set up the initial party per day. And then people are going, oh, well, that's okay. That's okay. But if she was responding really well to the host coaching, I would look and see how many parties got booked out of her parties. Because obviously, if there was parties booked, everybody didn't order, right?
That's
And then
true.
have those, or she, if you have, that's really a big hit for me that I've seen. That if I know that there's somebody coming up next week that was booked out of her party, I say, hey, look, I know you just had a party, so doing a launch would not really be reasonable. What if I let you take the sales from Sally's party next week, and I use that to teach you and to show you? Best case scenario, you decide that it's not for you. No, worst case scenario, you decide it's not for you. Best case scenario, you realize how easy it is, all the systems that I have into place, and you know that this is something you could do.
Now, say there's no bookings, right? Or even if there is,
Okay.
I always say to them, nobody, and I promise you, nobody gets everything they want at one party. They left that party with, man, I really wanted a mix and shop. Next time I'll get that mix and shop. So I tell people all the time, they're like, oh, well, I can't host right now because blah, blah, blah. So I had a woman, and actually this is funny because this is Kim Wilson's family. I had a woman host a party. Her ex-husband, who they're really close with, was hosting that same week. And then their cousin hosted the week after, right? This is Rose and Kim's family. So their family, they're all hosting at the same time, and they all had qualified parties because people don't buy everything at one party. They have a wish. Everybody's got a wish list, whether they write it down or they think about it or not. There's more things that they want. So I would say to them, not everybody gets everything off their wish list at one time. Plus, this is a great time to start because new products will be coming out, and you
Already.
can show off the new stuff.
They started yesterday. A new
Right.
product got released yesterday.
Right. So like you could show off new stuff. I'll help you get started. Even if she's like, I'm not comfortable running a party just yet. I'll run blah, blah, blah's party. Like Ronnie said, we'll just use your shopping link so you make the commission and we'll work together. And what I do when I do that is it's basically I'm host coaching the consultant. I put the consultant and the new consultant, the new consultant and the host in a group, and I send the host coaching. And this way it's a group chat. So when the host has questions, I'm helping the new consultant answer it. So they're not on their own and they know that there's constant support. They're getting help. But I'm not sure what Girl Scout cookie season has to do with it. Does she sell it? Or is she worried that people will be buying
Yes.
cookies instead? Okay.
Yeah, they sell them.
Can't you do fundraisers for Girl Scout?
You
I
can,
guess
but
so.
not during cookie season.
Oh, okay. All right.
And it also depends on where you are in the country. But she could do a Pampered Chef party and do recipes all around Girl Scout cookies.
Yes.
My gosh.
And your
sell-
fundraiser has to be approved if it's over $200.
Oh.
You can't make more than $200 in any fundraiser that's not approved by your council first. I'm a troop leader, so.
Yes. Yeah, me
She's
too.
a
And
troop
you
leader.
usually have to have
Troop
a goal in mind. Like we were planning a
What you're
trip
using the
to
money
go
for.
to Savannah, Georgia, where Juliet Gordon-Lowe's house was. So
Right.
we got approval to earn more than $200. And yeah, you could do that with a Pampered
My
Chef party
oldest
for sure.
daughter is a junior in high school, and their troop had a fundraiser last year because they're using some of their cookie money that they earned and some of the money they're going on a 3-day cruise
Nice.
as a reward of look what y'all done. But her excuse for Girl Scout cookies, I have a troop of 4 girls. Cookie season is my craziest time, but I've got parties booked because that only cookie time only happens at so many times during the day. Maybe, I post maybe, okay, overly about 10 times a day with my daughter, but it's all online. So you just post it and, if they buy cookies, they buy cookies. It's not like you're physically doing anything in the month of January except posting on Facebook about it. I mean, you can still host parties and sell
I think
cookies.
she's like a director. Like she's she's got like a bunch of people,
She's a service
Girl
unit.
Scout leaders. I think so, like that, because I'm actually one of her friends is hosting a party at the end of the month, and I'll use that. But they said that she is their big wig. Because I
Must
even
be
asked
their
to join. I was
service
like, my
unit
little girl.
director.
Okay, yeah, because I was trying to ask them because my girl's little. See, making it personal. Like, well, how would I go about getting my girl in there to be a Girl Scout? Which I really would like it, but I was using that as a personal relationship type thing with her, and got a
Gotcha.
party.
Hey.
See, this is why posting in the group is good, because Julie and Stephanie have got great ideas for you that Bonnie and I wouldn't have thought of,
Awesome. Thank you.
Before we forget, we need a code word.
Not for this one, right? Because it's Saturday.
You're right.
I mean, this is just a welcome call. So if you want to know in a super zigzaggy my toddler's drawing kind of way of what we're doing, then you can watch this.
I think we covered it all though.
Yeah. Wednesday night calls. We are going to move forward into a recruiting blitz. Share all of everything. This group, this page that you guys are on is for you guys. So utilize it. It's also a really great way to get a lot of leadership opinions without, like, say I'm out of town or something's going on with Anne Marie, then you can have some other people answer questions for you. So it really does open up quick answers, really great opportunities, and people that can help shine a different light on a situation that you don't know how to move forward out of.
And find your buddy.
Yes.
I have found it is so important to find your buddy out of your organization. I love that Chelsea, Bonnie, and Mackenzie and I all found each other because we are learning, like, we learn stuff. Oh my gosh. Hold on, baby. Hold on. We learn stuff that Mackenzie learns from her uplines that we, like the pillars and stuff that you guys talked about. Like, I've heard of it, but I don't know much about it. And so, like, those are things, like, we can bounce all these ideas off each other that we never thought of. So you're learning, if you're on my team, you're learning from me, you're learning from Jenny, you're learning from Lisa, you're learning from Sharon, right? And we have our way of doing things. But Bonnie and Chelsea and Danny and Kristen, like, they do things a little bit differently. So it's so great to get out of your organization. So find your buddy and be like, listen, you want to promote this month? I want to promote this month. Let's push each other. Let's hold each other accountable and let's work together. So post on there, find your buddy.
Boom. I was going to say, Grace, Chelsea is definitely your person. And actually,
I'm reading it right now.
Yeah, Anne Marie as well. They both do this company with what could be very difficult for having a full-time job and are very, very successful.
I don't know where she works at right now, but she just said that she's really concerned about being able to do that while working her job. And I want to tell her, like, but if you do this, you don't have to work your job. But I just don't like the words for it.
Right. And that's one thing that's really hard is, like, I used to be able to talk to people about how I quit my job to do Pampered Chef full time, and we can't say that anymore. It's now not allowed. So now it's more of show them how they can fit it into their schedule and how it only takes max 20 minutes a day to be a successful consultant, right? So, like, for me, when I was working 60 to 70 hours a week, giant pregnant with a little toddler, my thoughts were, I don't have time to do this. Are you insane? I am 7 months pregnant. I have a 3-nager and my husband's working in Italy for a month. I'm working too much. I can't do this. And so just trying to show them, my mom would tell me all the time when I mentioned how amazing Stephanie was, she's like, I don't know, we work together, she's busy. And I was like, Mom, you don't understand what little it really does take. So my thing is always showcasing, post my party and send share. Like, people say to me, well, you're on Facebook all day. No, I am not. I use a posting service, and I talk about this in my parties too. I use a posting service that takes me 2 minutes to set up. The whole party was set up before you even joined it. And now it's going to run for me all week. And I pop on once a day to check in and respond to comments. When you see a comment, that's me physically online. And I make sure these people understand that, because they really think that we live on Facebook, and just kind of showing how you can do, it's up to you. If you want to make X amount of dollars a month, okay, then you do this many parties, and just kind of say, how much money a month would help you and your family the most? Would an extra $200 be all you guys need to really help you, get whatever, my kid needs braces. I really want to buy a pool, right? Whatever it is, we need some extra income because we just had to get a new car, or our car broke down, or whatever it may be. Find out what it is and kind of explain, you do what you want in this business. You're in this business for yourself, but not by yourself, and making sure they understand that. They always say we're pampered, not perfect.
Mhm.
My kitchen's pampered, but I'm no chef. That's what I say.
What is Grace? What is I can't even say the word. Fibromyalgia. Is that
Oh,
what-
it's like I have a close friend on base who actually has it, and apparently it's like where all of your nerves and stuff, like if you touch, it feels like it just hurts. Any touch hurts, and your bones will ache, and you're really fatigued. Oh, go ahead, Tiffany.
I was going to say, not just, the nursing aspect, but I actually been diagnosed with it. And it's like, try imagine yourself having the flu like all the time. And then, or like having worked out, and some, how your muscles get really sore and achy and you don't want to touch them, or if you've gotten hit, that's basically what your muscles feel like all the time. And the only way you can kind of function sometimes is to get up, push through, and just try to actually fight through the pain. Like I take tons of medicine, but I try not. I'm like, nope, it's not going to get me down. I'm going to keep moving, because I got it from my mom. She has fibro and rheumatoid, and I watched her go through so much pain as well. But yeah, it can be very debilitating, because there's some days you don't even feel like moving. But you can tell her about me if you want to. I work full time, and I have 4 children, and I do not let it stop me. I'm not going to let it stop me. I refuse. So the best thing she can do is just push through and get up and move. I mean, and as painful as it sounds, that is the best way to do it. So in a nutshell.
Yeah, and definitely about what Anne-Marie said about, we have a template that we can give her, so she doesn't have to, we're all here to help her to kind of get set up. And with Post My Party, I mean, that takes so much off of her plate. And so that's huge. So yeah, I would definitely, everything that Anne-Marie said was, so great. And yeah, she can definitely reach out to it, even if we need to do a call with her, if she wants to know like Tiffany's story, know my story, you can definitely tell her, whatever you want about me too. So yeah, we are here for her, whatever support that she needs.
Yeah, I've definitely done that with people in all different walks of life, medical or time or anything like that. And if somebody's story like sticks out to you of like, you know what, maybe I can't directly relate with this, but there is somebody that is on my support team that I really think that you should hear from. Can we jump on a call? And have her, if you can't resonate with that person and you can't make it personal to you, reach out to somebody that it can. I know I did that once with Jennifer and Chelsea, And I have done that with other people, you know, whose story talks to that person the most, get them on a call. Because that's the best way to do it, is for them to see like, okay, Tiffany gets it. She gets how hard this is going to be for me and how much I don't want to do it. But if she can do it, I can do it. And I'm going to have a support because Tiffany is doing well. You know what I mean? Yeah. I've done that because there's my why. Everybody's why is so different. So that's one of the things with like sharing your why and finding your buddies is so vital, because everybody's why is dramatically different and changes and adapts as you grow and move and all of the things. So it's just adding to the massive support that you have in reaching out to other people.
Sorry, I missed a lot because of my children. But I see Grace was asking about a bridal shower template. So I don't change my template for bridal showers ever. I have them create their registry wish list, and every once in a while put in a post in there like, oh my gosh, Bobby and Michelle are dying for this, blah, 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 blah. Who else has it on their wish list? I don't run it differently because I make it very clear I want everybody to shop for themselves and the bride and groom, because the more they shop for themselves, the higher the host rewards, the more the bride and groom can get discounted on whatever's left on the registry. So I use the exact same template. I don't change it. And those are so great to do. Who didn't get engaged for New Year's? Okay. I got a lot going on right now. So that's another thing. Always make a list. When you see somebody pop up that they got engaged, put them on your list. That is a great booking tool. Can you not come in here naked when I have a video going on? That'd be great. All right. I'll put some pants on. Get out of here. Yeah. Keep an engaged list. I have an engaged list. I also have a anybody that posts about moving in any way. I want to stock your new kitchen. You know, so keep a list of those people.
Or it's a really great time for them to be able to get rid of a bunch of their kitchen stuff, knowing that they got a bunch of new nice stuff to come back to.
A lot
So
of
people
people are like,
always
oh,
say
I
like,
don't need anything, but you need
right,
to
I don't need
replace.
or I don't have enough storage. And it's like, well, you would have enough storage if you didn't need to have all of these things.
Right. Like think about the micro cooker set, which stacks, and it can do 600 billion different things, you know, or like the air fryer. I got rid of my toaster. There's so many, like your quick cooker, you can get rid of so many, you don't need a crock pot plus the quick cooker anymore. Right. I mean, I still use my rock and slow cooker stand every now and again, but like your quick cooker can replace, I forgot what they said, like 6 different tools, I think. Right. So just think about like, okay, well, say you want to downsize. My quick cooker fits perfectly on my counter under my cabinets, and I have so much more space because I got that and got rid of a bunch of stuff. So think of what you need. I make a game in my parties that's like whoever posts the ugliest spatula wins. And then at the end, it's like, hey, you really need to replace your spatulas. Let me help you. Going. We're not going anywhere.
All right. I know we went a little bit over, so we can drop this call today, but I encourage everybody to work on their vision boards and to be looking forward to the recruiting posts that are coming and already starting. And I will go live and talk about your printing off your friends list or viewing your friends list and how that's going to make a big change when you go to your reach outs.
All right. I'm gonna stop recording. If I can remember where the button is. Hey. Shh.